You're tuned into Capital Jazz TV. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey, and we are at the 30th Annual Capital Jazz Fest. Dianne Reeves, who I haven't seen since 2017.
Something like that.
Did that rhyme? That sound like bars.
Okay.
It's been so long.
I know.
It's been a long time, but it's
But
so
I didn't
good
realize
to see you.
30 years.
30 years at the Capital Jazz
I
Fest.
love it. I love it. It's an institution.
And it's an institution. Like no major sponsors, no major. It's really just the love for music
And the people show up.
all the time, all the time, and they show up for you too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to today.
Absolutely. It's been since 2017, Dianne. What have you been up to? How have you been? We had a whole pandemic,
Right?
I mean,
You know, the recovery from that was just pretty amazing because, you know, I tell a lot of people it was so eye-opening, you know. And for me, after I came out of that, I came out of it much more peaceful because I was like, you know, I've been doing this for over 45 years now.
woo,
And
45 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, I realized from the pandemic that I needed more balance in my life and grace for myself, you know.
Right.
And so I've just been like in the practicing that, and you know, I have a lot of peace right now, so it feels
right.
good.
That's right. And that piece, does it spark more creativity or more expression from you? Is anything changed with that
I
creative
think-
side of you for that?
I
with that
think more
piece?
than anything, it is, you know, going back to the balance part. I've given so much to the music. All my life has been to this, you know. So it is allowing me, you know, the opportunity and the time to really smell the roses, as they say. And I know that all of those kinds of things always influence and inspire your art. So it's given me a time to put my life back into, you know, a lot of different things. So I love it.
What are some of the things that you started doing for yourself? And we can talk about self-care. We can call it self-care. We could call it, but you could start painting. I don't know. But what are some of those things?
Well, you know, more than anything, you know, I have what I call, my first thing is my porch project.
Oh.
And every year it changes colors. So this year I'm in the process of working on that. But more than anything, spending more time with family and friends, going to visit people, going to hear concerts, you know, going to see art exhibits, all those kind of things that feed me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So congratulations is in order. I think I was, and I, you know, I've got to shout out my girl Asia. Like I saw that you were part of that Berkeley's 100 Women Composers by Terry Lynn
Carrington, yes.
by Terry Lynn Carrington. What was that project, and why was that so significant for you?
Well, it was significant for me because all the women that are, especially in the jazz world, we all know each other,
Right,
you know,
right.
but have never been represented on that level. And when Terry came up with that idea, so they've always had these, what they call fake books and real books or whatever that you use, and it's part of the library for, you know, for jazz, you know, there's a lot of stuff in it that people can play and so forth. So, but to have one that is all women composers that have contributed in this music, you know, that have helped it to grow and to flourish, to just be about them is really special. So, you know, I just applaud Terry for, you know, working. That was
so
Terry and Asia. It was such a labor of love.
Terry is so dope.
Yeah, she truly, truly is. She's done so many things for the evolution of this music and released so many women voices, you know, which has been inspired a lot of, you know, which has been an incredible thing. So this whole project of the 101 standards by, you know, women composers is an extraordinary thing, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. And I told her, I said, everybody's ready for, you know, the next 101, and
That's
they're
right.
actually working on it. She said that
wow.
when she went and posed the idea to the publisher, they looked at her like she was crazy, like, are they really, you know? Yeah.
And you know that's going to happen because people, I can go into a whole sermon about this with women musicians and
Right.
people not acknowledging what women's roles are in the music industry, but
Right.
they gave her pushback.
Yeah, and the thing was she had said, well, we'll do 100, compositions. So she did 101, and that's like, a very special thing because it's like, and it keeps going. We had so many, we had to do one more,
Get it, Terry.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. And it's so good that you're part of that. People know you as a vocalist, but the songwriting, the composing that you do, the production that you do, I mean, you're a woman of all things in the music industry.
Thank you.
Thank you for your gift. And then you're also doing music for soundtracks. I think another congratulations is in order.
Yeah, I did the soundtrack to Woman King. I sang on Woman King, and it was extraordinary. I mean, Terrence Blanchard called me, did beautiful music for it. He called me and said, I want you to come. And I said, okay, well, where's the music? He said, no, I want you to improvise. And so it was all improvised, and I got the whole process was such.
Was
God.
it new for you? Like
Yeah, I had never,
Yeah.
I never done anything quite like this, And so basically what I would do is, I would talk to the director and, say, okay, what happened in this scene? What is she feeling? They were feeding me the story, and I would just react vocally in kind. So, yeah. And
How
so
do you do? So I'm happy. Okay.
yeah. Well, but no, but there was so much emotion in the film, and that's kind of the place that I live in, and to be able to be put in a position like that was like, I didn't know that it was a dream come true, but it was like perfect for me, Yeah.
One of those things you didn't know was on the bucket list, but when
Yes.
you did it, you checked it
it's
off.
like, okay.
Okay. Love that. I love that. Dianne, who have you not worked with? Who haven't you worked with yet that's on your bucket list?
Oh my goodness.
I want to hear this.
Well, it's so funny because there's one that I can't even say until it comes out that I didn't even think it was going to happen, but it did. Yeah.
You can't.
I can't even say. I'm sorry, but I'll just say that they're a Brazilian artist that I have loved forever, and it's a male artist that has inspired me. People will figure it out because I talk about him a lot. But I just want to make sure that when the record is done, but it sounds like he loved what we did together, and I never thought that anything like that could even happen. So that part was good. I'll say it, Milton Nascimento. So it was like, but anyway, so I'm really excited about that. And it's a record that is being produced by Esperanza Spalding.
Wow. You always find the right women to help produce your album.
Well, this isn't my record.
Oh,
this is his record.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, and I've had a lot of opportunity to work with a lot of young, musicians, Lakeisha Benjamin. Of course, I had a wonderful time on the Baylor project with Jasmine Horn, So I've been doing all kind of stuff like that. That's my balance,
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. What can we expect next from you right now? I know that you're working on a new project for yourself.
Yeah. And I don't really go into it, but
Yeah.
I'm working on a new project. I'm excited about where it's going. And, we'll see when it comes out, but I'll still be out here doing what I do.
And that's performing in a city near you because Dianne, you
see
stay
here
on
you
the
rhyming
road.
again.
I'm dropping bars. She brings that out of me.
Oh
I'm
my
telling
goodness.
you. But yes, you're always you're on tour. You're in these streets, and you've got to see Dianne when she comes to your city. I almost forgot one of the huge highlights that I think all of us saw earlier this year was the Grammys. And I've got to ask you this.
Was it the Grammys or the Emmys?
Emmys. Yes.
Yeah.
Cheryl Lee Ralph sang your song on stage, and we were all like, "Hold up!" Texting group text, Asia, all of us like, "Wait, what just happened here?"
It was so funny. I was out shopping, and then Terry Lynn called me, and she's like, "Dianne, you're on the Emmys." I said, "No, I'm in my car. I just came from Trader Joe's." And she's like, no, 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 your song is on, and then so of course I had to go online and I found it and I was blown away. But she has always sung that song. Shirley
Oh, wow.
Ralph,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
she has always sung it. We've talked about it, and she, for her Diva Simply Sings, she would always open, the whole thing up with that song. I mean, it's like in all of these different places, but to hear her do what she did. And so the only thing that I could feel about it was that, wow, I was like really, really flattered, but more than anything, in the midst of her getting her flowers, she's throwing flowers out to everybody,
and throwing it out to you.
Yeah,
right?
so that
Like,
part.
that's beautiful. That was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you got your flowers
Yeah.
during that moment, because we saw it and we text about it and we were celebrating it. I did hear in one of your interviews not too long ago, earlier this year, you did an interview and you said that you wrote that song. Tell me the name of the song again.
Endangered Species.
Endangered Species, that's right. And you said that you were thinking about leaving the music
I was in the-
altogether, and you
well,
were in that spirit when you
what
were
it-
working on that album.
I wasn't thinking about leaving, but I was in a position, long story short, I was in a position where there was a battle with record company. So I had one more record and I thought, I'm gonna leave it all on the floor. And so every emotion, the record was called Art and Survival.
That's right.
And so I did it like that. I put that on there. I just said, if this is my last record, it's everything. It's where I am right now. It's my truth, my honesty, my voice, my experience, and it ended up not being that. But when you're young, you don't think like that. So you're like, it's the end, But it was cool because it was all of everything that where I was at that moment in time.
That's right. That's right. Well, we are thankful that this moment you are here with us. We
Thank
appreciate you for being here with us at Capitol Jazz Fest. If we were going to do it the 30th style, we had to have Dianne Reeves here. So we thank you so much for what you do for not only for women, but what you do for jazz music.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is a joy to see you.
This is joy to see you as well. Dianne Reeves, Jodine Dorsey, you're tuned into Capitol Jazz TV.
All right.